Good morning, friends. Okay, so today I have something really exciting to share with you guys. Today I am going to be walking you through a flip through of I call it the word book, is what I'm calling it, which I believe I've shown it to you before, just briefly. It is in one of Bree's documented journey folios. It is the pocket decomposition book. And the size is this documented folio is the A6, and I have it on the strings because I do get all my folios with strings. That's like one of my things. So I just have a string on the front, like the actual front page and the back page, and it fits beautifully and chunky, and I love it so much. So today, I finished this last week and I want to walk you guys through it. So I'm going to do a flip through of this word book. Now, what is a word book? I actually started this while I was finishing up getting this ready for publication. This is my book, Manifesting Magic, this year. It is a workbook for finding and embodying your word of the year. I finished it. Okay, so let me start by saying this is not a book that you're going to sit down and finish in a day. It may even take you a couple weeks. For me, I literally just finished it last week because some of the questions I wanted to sit with a little bit more, but there's places for you to glue bits and pieces in, all kinds of questions. So the way that I did this is I spent time with the first section, which is all about releasing and remembering your previous year. And then I had to take a break because it took a lot to go through that for me. Then I started the word. It took me a while for my word to show up. So I was in and out of it. And then once you get to the playing with your word part, that also took me probably a good 3 weeks before I actually finished the book, 3 or 4 weeks. But when I started it, I had the idea for this, which this is basically, if you guys have this book in the back, there is a list. It's called Embodying Your Word. Yes, there's watercolor splatters because that's how I do things. And there's all kinds of different playful prompt ideas for going deeper with your word. And so that's what this is. I took a pocket decomposition book and just let my intuition guide me, focused on the intention of how can I embody my word even more this year. And so this is a book of prompts. There isn't a whole lot, there is no personal stuff really in this because I wanted this to be something that I revisit every year, or something I can hand to my kids who are choosing a word and say, hey, if you need more ideas, flip through this. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be flipping through and showing you the word book. All right, let me flip the camera around and we'll get started. Okay, before we begin, I'm just going to light this candle here. I've recently gotten into reusing my jars and making my own candles, and I am obsessed with it. Also, don't you love this? This lighter, a friend gifted it to me, and it cracks me up every time. I love it. Okay, now onto the journal. Okay, I'm actually going to take it out of the folio so that we can hold the pages open a little bit better, hopefully. Okay, this is the Redwood Creek pocket size decomposition notebook. And again, this is my word book, so let's dive in. When creating a plan for your one little word, just because, begin here, breathe and whisper a prayer/spell. Start a themed journal. So So these are all prompts. Scribble down a bunch of ideas. And these are some of the ones that I had here as a suggestion. Mind maps, movie list, dreamy wish lists, reading plan, word associations, and so forth. Standout storytelling. Look for the love notes, hashtag see and be romanced, visual poetry, tell the stories. There is no shame in making a list of stories or photos you wish to experience and share. Share the gift. Ask yourself, what if? What if I allowed myself to follow the yellow brick road / chase the white rabbit? What if my word were a character? What if my word manifested itself in the bestest way? What if my word was more than just a word? What if my word brought miracles? What if my word inspired everything I put my energy in? What if? What if I created a whole book of what ifs? Get inspired by all the people. And these are printables from different Patreon accounts that I love. I've got Bree, Documented Journey. This is from Leanne from Creatively Free to Be Me. This is Courtney Diaz. And this says, but remember, you have your own magic inside. And then the arrow means it continues on the next page. What is your own magic? Brick upon brick, build a plan. Example, script a new PhD program on mastering your word. And these are all kind of like my magic is kind of what I consider it. I'm a dreamer. I love watercolor splatters, morning mindset pages, composition books, wild, sexy life stuff, field guides, love note adventures, rebel softness, and these are just a few. I love scribbles. No more hiding. The no more anonymous year. One must share it to truly embody it. This was a quote that I got out of a magazine. Do not ask your children to strive for extraordinary lives. Such striving may seem admirable, but it is the way of foolishness. Help them instead to find the wonder and the marvel of an ordinary life. Show them the joy of tasting tomatoes, apples, and pears. Show them how to cry when pets and people die. Show them the infinite pleasure in the touch of a hand, and make the ordinary come alive for them. The extraordinary will take care of itself. William Martin. And I put be wonderful. Remember to always do what you love and love what you do. Do you still love XYZ? Then why so much energy wasted? Is it worth the energy? What needs reworking? Chase the ripples always, just because. Hello, my darling. How can you live into your one little word more? Make the list and rise to the adventure. Life is for deep kisses, strange adventures, midnight swims, and rambling conversations. I put yes, please, all of these. And then over here, the prompt is to create 100 happy things, just because. Why not? So I loved these things, and so the prompt is to kind of continue that. You've asked for a signature scent. What if this is the year? What if it hasn't arrived because ingredients are still missing? Create an aroma or a roller or perfume for this year. Maybe it's a secret message, a secret ingredient for the greater picture. Maybe, just maybe. Invoke the six senses. Using your word is the prompt. Your turn to breathe and cultivate kindness. Just say no and then say yes. I will not. Because sometimes we all need a little breathing room. Say yes to only what lights you up. Make it worth every time you say yes. I think it's best. I think it's the best way to live without regret. Celebrate. Learn to stop and smell the roses. Celebrate everything. There's always beauty to be captured. Make the moment count. And then these are different gifts. This morning's gifts, new beginnings, coffee, quiet time, and so forth. Let color be your muse. No journey is too great if you find what you seek. Even colors have meaning. Schedule in some alone time. We all need it, even the extroverted. I love that page. Return to love notes because, and then I also have love yourself first. I believe in snail mail. What does this have to do with your one little word? Everything. Because sharing your word with others empowers it. It's time to take back the art of letter writing. Want one? Send one. This is the way to bring her alive again. Why not choose one special person each month to love on through Happy Mail and Sweet Nothings? Love and legacy, remember? What magical tools will you choose to embody your word? Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. Ordinary things become portals. Rings, lipstick, shoes. When we deem them our magical tools. So having specific magical things that you've chosen for your word. This one's mine. Of prosperity. Believe your word will show up for you each day, and she will. But are you awake to see and find? A guiding question can give your one little word wings. How can I embody? And then you'd put your word in here. How can I embody blank today? Today, your word will come to me through what does blank feel like today? I'm dancing with blank today by choose your own adventure. And then these are more quotes all about paying attention. I'm not going to read all of it. I can tell I need some water already. There is no place like home. Where does your word linger inside your home? Capture all the things because one day they will be gone. All the clutter, the messy walls, stories live here. Bonus, journal each book, just because. Make a book list, one magical book each month to bring your word into your life. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. Impossible equals I'm possible. May your word bring new thoughts of impossible things. Why sometimes I've believed as many as 6 impossible things before breakfast. Lewis Carroll. 6 things before breakfast. Find your word out in nature. Breathe her in. Hashtag breathe ins. Hashtag C&B romanced. These are just some of my favorite hashtags that have come through working with words over the years. And take a picture. Go outside. Taking pictures is savoring life intensely every 100th of a second. Trust your intuition. You know things. Let life surprise you. Look for the secret messages and trust the goosebumps. Daily gratitudes. Create routines. Journaling in the morning, tea before bed, meditation, dancing, choose your own adventure. Just breathe and do what you love. This year, may your word inspire you to start some things new. And I put maybe become a plant mom, which I did last year. And suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. Know who you're becoming. May your word inspire you to bloom a little more. Hold on tight to your dreams and enjoy the journey. You're chic. One little word can inspire an entire wardrobe. Make a list of things to try. New nails, new lip color, rocking camo, leather jacket, leather pants. New moon, full moon. Hashtag all the moons. Create rituals around the moon phases to remember and reflect on your word. May your word inspire you to collect and share the magical. Home sweet home, happy place. If you can't find it, create it. Find a spot somewhere in your home to be your happy place and go there frequently to meditate and ponder your word. Maps. A labyrinth is a symbolic journey, but it is a map we can really walk on, blurring the difference between map and world. Paint, create, draw a map of your word, adventures, and go walk into it. I love this page. Everything in this page I got from a bookstore. They were actually tucked, well, these were on the books. All the things you see were tucked into books. So I have Ask and Open. Look, it was like a little piece of a letter that someone wrote to someone. This was a postcard. So it says, ask your word to guide you towards books that will bring you closer, and then look inside for secret messages. Bookmarks, love notes, tabs, all are magic. Create bucket lists for your word wanderings each season and go explore. Playlists are powerful. Create a playlist for your word, the vibe, feeling, or choose a song for your year/word. What movies bring you back to your word? Movies on. I loved this little, it says movies on, and then it says activities begin at 7, movies begin at 8, free and family friendly. Make a list and have movie nights. More playlists. Small wonders. Choose a flower to go with your word. Seek her out. Sketch her, photograph her, plant her, pick her, press her. With a certified blank PhD program, ... Become the guru and master of your word. Deep dives bring hidden treasures from the depths. You guys know I'm all about PhD programs. Take note, look up, look around, carry mantras in your pocket. An animal wishes to walk alongside your word. Who is calling? Do all the things for fun. Play all day. Snuggle up for story. May your word inspire you to write, to paint, to dream, to play for fun. Enchanted ever after. Gather and glow. We choose a word not only to help us grow and become or bloom, but also to be enchanted. Allow yourself to be enchanted. Get enchanted with the trees, enchanted with the clouds, enchanted with the light, the faces, with storms. Marvel. Art journal magic. Craft, color, and create. Let's get messy. Begin here. Choose a hardback book with the vibe of your word to use as an altered book. Flip through it and highlight inspiring phrases that speak secret messages. Collage a bunch of pages. Just slap down images here and there. Don't think too much. Paint some places. Don't overthink. Just play with colors and messy spaces. Words. Add some focal somethings. Words or images. Just have fun. Connect the dots. Make the connection. White space. Sometimes you just need a little breathing room. Half past time to chill. Add a little something to your space that will inspire you to pause and remember. If your word were a person with a vibe and personality, who would she be? How would she spend her time? Script a little character sketch using I am and see where she takes you. I am. First thoughts written on a page, a list made and then forgotten, a collector of books and art supplies. I loved this. This came from Bella Grace. You know, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, just literally 20 seconds of just embarrassing bravery, and I promise you something great will come of it. What brave things does your word ask of you? Make a list and leap. Be inspired by many and go inspire many. Who inspires you when thinking of your word? Those who appear to embody it. Notice and thank them. Then go be the one who inspires and embodies it yourself. This is what it's all about right here. Our words are all to help us return to love. Being in love with our life. Are you in love with your life? How can your word help facilitate this love? Live into your word. Chase all the rabbits. Wind your way through the woods. Find a tree to sit under and dream. This too is magic and part of wordplay, no matter what your word. Consider this your invitation to play. Ready, set, play. It is time. Go play with your one little word. You can have it all. Your dream, your reality, trust and migrate. Revisit often and rinse and repeat. A dream is a wish in your heart. A dream is a wish your heart makes. Everything must come to an end so we can begin again with a new word. From concept to completion, change is good. And there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little flip. Hope it made you smile and gave you some ideas for potentially playing with your own word. And yeah, I will chat with you guys later.